Ladies and gentlemen.
And these.
Wait, I say that. You say welcome to the Red Spade.
Sorry.
Jeez, come on. 5th episode and we're already messing up.
Let's go. I'm all about these. Let's go.
I like that.
Pause.
Respect.
Oh my goodness. Try again.
Ladies and gentlemen. And theys. Welcome to the Brothers Fade Pod. That was you.
That was supposed to be me. Why are you taking my spot?
Damn. I mean, this
Just
is
like
kind of...
talking. Go ahead.
I
Start
do
it again. Take 3.
Ladies and gentlemen. And theys.
That was my turn. Why not? Alright. We got it.
AIDS.
Take 4.
I'm sensing AIDS in this room. God, okay.
This podcast is presented to you by AIDS.
Ladies and gentlemen, and theys.
Welcome to the Brothers Fade Podcast.
Starring Griffin and Tony Ruth, this is the podcast where we go over everything boxing and MMA related. And today, we have a lot of topics to cover, so let's get right into it.
Let's go.
Today is September 30th, and you know what that means. Undisputed versus undisputed. Canelo versus Charlo. This is going to be a big fight. We have two really great boxers, two great fighters, putting all their belts on the line, putting everything on the line to make sure they have all the belts. And man, I cannot wait.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
It's going to be exciting.
Really exciting, you know.
Not really sure how long this fight's going to last, though.
That's fair.
You know?
I would love to see a Canelo knockout. We haven't seen one since Caleb
know.
Plant. But then again, he did win up to Bivol, lost. But, you know, he did put himself through a challenge. And then he did Golovkin for the 3rd time, for some reason. Personally, I wish he would have knocked out that version of Golovkin. But then again, we have a Golovkin with a really strong chin. It's hard to knock him out. Now we have Charlo.
What's your opinion on Charlo?
Oh, man.
Is that nice?
Yeah. I don't think he's as great tasting as the new Prime flavor, Glowberry, my favorite flavor. But you know what? He's really good. He's skillful. You know, he has great power. You know, he has some great highlights, you know. But, you know, I'm a Canelo fan. I'm going for Canelo, you know.
I'm not a Canelo fan, and I'm going for Canelo.
Damn.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of either one of those guys.
Not even Charlo?
No.
Or are you a fan of Jermall?
Neither one.
For some reason. Jermell. Spelled the same way, one with an E, one with an A. Why? That's just so fucking confusing. Anyway, you know, I'm a Canelo fan, so I gotta go for Canelo. You know, but I'm not thinking Charlo's just gonna be a easy KO win, you know. Obviously not. You know, he has all these belts, you know, he's a really good fighter. He only has like one loss, you know.
Did you see the face-off?
Yeah, I did.
To me, Canelo looked completely comfortable.
As he should. This is like his...
Looks like he's going to handle business. And Charlo, to me, looked a little intimidated. You can kind of see it in his eyes. He didn't look comfortable.
You're going against the Mexican king, you know.
And he looked over a couple of times over at Canelo. You know, I don't know. If you watch back, I don't know. He just looks weird up there. And I think Canelo's... Probably going to see a knockout, I think, from Canelo.
I would love to see one. It's been so long, you know. You know. Oh, I forgot. He did fight John Ryder. When I was listing all of his opponents, I forgot about John Ryder. No disrespect to John Ryder. You know, some people say that since he couldn't get John Ryder out of there,
like John Ryder a journeyman? Would you go that far as to call him a journeyman?
I don't know. I don't really like to call fighters journeymen, but I don't know. You could say, you could not say. I'm not sure. But with John Ryder, some people were saying, "Oh, he couldn't get him out." This is showing that Canelo's slowing down. You know, he's getting older each day. You know, like he's slowing down. So this is what's worrying me. You know, if Canelo just like goes to the decision again with Charlo, yeah, he gets all the belts. Yeah, he's building his legacy. But are people going to say he's slowing down? I mean, it all depends on how he fights, you know. But I believe Canelo's going to get the job. And I would love a KO, but, you know, we are talking about Charlo here. Mm-hmm. So I would love a KO more than anything. But safe side, I'm a bet a decision.
Canelo's going in with supreme confidence. And I don't think he's going to let this guy do too much to him. And actually, I don't think he has the skill set to do much of anything to Canelo. No,
Interesting.
I just don't see it.
Alrighty. Well, what's your prediction then? Because I'm saying a decision. We'll love a KO, but, you know, I'm not just going to be like, oh, Canelo's going to just KO Charlo. I'm not going to disrespect Charlo, so I'd say a decision.
I mean, every fight I want to see the opponent, the person that, you know, is against my guy get knocked out for sure. You know, everybody wants to see that. But I don't want to predict every time we're on this podcast, oh, this guy's going to get knocked out 6th round. This guy's going to get knocked out 8th round.
It's really hard.
I always do that, but if I have to predict, I'm going to say stoppage in the 8th.
I don't know. It's really hard to like. Stoppage. It's really hard to like perfectly predict. Like, if there is a KO, it's perfectly difficult to predict what round. You know.
No, yeah.
Like those are always hard. Yeah. But 8th.
But you have to throw it out there. Stoppage.
Oof. The ref just.
So he's not going to be able.
Ref or doctor? Oh, I guess the ref would be a TK.
I'm thinking doctor. I think he's going to get some damage. Ooh. Not going to be able to continue.
So like a Billy Joe Saunders moment. Okay, because a ref, when he does it, it's more of a TKO, like technical.
Yeah.
You know, but you're saying
doctor. The ref can like, you know, call timeout, take the fighter over to the doctor, and then they can call it like that.
Or, we saw that Spence and Ugas.
Or he can go to his ring, and then the doctor, or to his corner, and then they can check him out there. But I think that kind of happens. Okay. Might be wrong, but it's what I'm going
like
with.
An eye, like his eye, like you think Charlo's eye gonna... That'd be beautiful, man.
Really big cut somewhere, you know? Mm-hmm. But usually it's over the eye or something.
But then again, we do need to talk about Charlo's wonderful skills, you know? You know, like he does. I mean, he has those belts for a reason, you know? Mm-hmm. Like he does have great highlights and he does put up great performances, you know? And that's why I feel like it is a good match for Canelo. It's not like just a random name out of the hat.
Oh, he's stepping up like big time to fight somebody that's
because he's
never fought before. You know what I mean? Like this is a whole other talent and skill set that this guy's going to face.
Because like besides the whole like the undisputed versus undisputed, you know, I don't think this is just a random pull out of the hat. You know, like I think Canelo does. See Charlo's skills, and he does see him as a good challenge and fight, you know?
Oh, he's ready to step up and fight everybody.
Because, you know, he has these belts, so I would love to obviously see a Canelo win, but, you know, I'm not just going to... We have to, like, talk about Charlo's skill and why he's here for a reason. So that's why, safe side, I'm going for a decision, you know, and it's just going to be a great performance, like, entertaining throughout all 12 rounds. That's the way I see it. We have a big fight coming up today, and it's going to be a big bang. And speaking of big bangs...
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of big bangs, we have a fight that happened recently that was a big bang because it was from Big Bang Zhang.
Big Bang Zhang. Zhilei
Zhang. And we're talking about the Zhang vs Joyce 2 fight.
Not much of a fight.
Except for that finish.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Jesus Christ.
He didn't see that coming at all.
He had his guard down he had his guard down and still didn't see it coming.
Oh, he didn't see it. Man. And as soon as he connected, you see Big Bang go to the corner like this. Like he already knew it was over.
Yeah, just proving that the first fight wasn't a fluke.
Oh, no.
Proved it. And he got him done quicker. Jesus. Like, I think 3 rounds.
This Chinese man's coming to take over. I'm telling you what.
I mean, I was hoping Joyce would put up a better performance, you know? Maybe go to the decision, you know? Maybe, you know?
Yeah.
Because, like, I want to see Joyce versus Fury, but, you know, this kind of is, like, putting, like a little, like, block in between that path, you know?
At this point, the best you can get out of Joyce in a good fight is to have him fight AJ, I think. Ugh. It's terrible.
But look, it ended in a big bang, and man, I'm just saying, like, I couldn't say anything after watching that fight. I was just like, my mouth was just open. I was like, what's happening? Like, he was just laying there. Joyce was just laying there. I'm like, whoa.
I thought he was going to be able to get up.
I
thought he was riding out a couple of those seconds, like gathering himself.
And then he got up at
it
like,
looked like he was like at 8, like he was ready to stand up, and he didn't. And he waited until 9,
and then stood up, and then
like by 10 he's up, and
yeah.
I
And
thought
now
he was pulling like maybe a Tyson Fury. You know what I mean?
Oh.
When he was laid out, he stayed down as long as he could before he tried to even move, and then he was able to get up and continue. So I thought he was going to be able to, but that's how it happened.
I was hoping he could have got up just a little bit. But, you know, Zhang is...
Was that a Chinese right or a Chinese left that caught that jaw?
I think Chinese right.
Was it a Chinese right?
Yeah. And now we have to think about the future for these two.
Well,
you said Joyce could probably do an AJ, you know.
Chisora.
Maybe. Oh, no, not Chisora.
I mean, who else you want me to pick?
Don't say Dillian White.
Dillian White was my next one.
Don't say.
Yeah, you know those type guys.
Okay,
yeah.
You know, let's just hope Joyce and AJ, that could be a little fun thing to watch. But with Zhang,
what's up for Zhang? What would you see next up for Zhang? So it's only up from there. So
either an AJ or Wilder.
AJ or Wilder.
I'd be more happy for a Wilder.
I'd be. More
well, I think AJ could be like a little first step, and then Wilder's like that second step. You know.
Actually, I would.
Oh, I didn't get to show off my new shirt.
You got to show some of that.
You know, this has nothing to do with what we're talking about, and I'm just interrupting you. But you know,
it's merch though. It's nice.
I mean, it's nice, but not our merch yet. But you know, when we hit 100,000, we'll release some merch. Got that Ice Spice, you know, always representing. You know, you know, you better be prepared, because I might put an Ice Spice flag right here. You'll have your Chinese flag for Zhang. I'll have my Ice Spice flag. So, you know, I kind of made it kind of relate to what we were talking about. Right. You'll have your Zhang flag. I'll have my Ice Spice flag.
So before we move on, though, can I just ask you, if Wilder and Zhang were to fight, who you got?
Wilder, all the way. Wilder all the fucking way. Okay. Except if he fights Fury.
What?
He beats everybody besides Fury. He beats AJ. Because, you know,
he beats everybody but Fury.
Yeah, because look, if he fights AJ, you know AJ, he doesn't have that confidence. You know, he's so scared to open up and like unleash hell because of what happened with Ruiz.
Yeah.
So, you know, we see him fight now. He's so like cautious. He's just like you know, like he gets the job done sometimes, but you know he could have got it done earlier. Like with that Robert Helenius, he could have got that guy out quicker. But you know, he's so cautious. Like his mentality is not there. Wilder, he will die for fighting, you know? AJ will be cautious as hell, like you know, we saw him in Ruiz. Do you want to die for these belts, or do you just want to lay on the ropes like, don't look at me, bro. Don't look at me. Wilder will go to hell and back for anything fighting, you know? So, Wilder I have, except he just can't beat Fury. That's the only guy he just can't beat, you know? And Zhang, I'm going for Wilder, of course. Well, okay, Usyk. Nah, wait. Usyk, he might just plow right through Usyk, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, as long as he just hits as long as Wilder just hits Usyk, like, maybe, like, up here, we'll be good, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You know, if he hits him, like, right here, that's how high he has his pants. Mm-hmm. So if he can just hit him right here, maybe, you know?
But if he hits him here, he's all right. If he hits him here, it's the ding-ding.
Do we even want to talk about that incident?
We can cover that if you want.
Nah, I mean, it's more just something to make fun of.
Yeah.
Yeah. But with Zhang and Wilder, I'm going Zhang. I meant going Wilder.
You heard it first. He said Zhang.
You're going Zhang?
I'm going Zhang. Oh, yeah. Once Wilder starts opening up that and starts swinging from here. Oh, man.
Do you think anybody in the heavyweight could beat Zhang?
I'm sure.
Maybe a Fury.
I mean, I'm sure Wilder, could beat Zhang, and Zhang could beat Wilder.
What about Fury? Or Usyk? Fury or Usyk?
I think Fury could possibly win. Zhang could possibly win. It's just so good at matchups, and those guys are so big with so much power. I mean, literally, it only does take one shot, and either one of these guys could crumble.
What about Usyk?
I think they all get Usyk. Yeah, I don't think Usyk can beat Tyson. I don't think he can beat Wilder, and I don't think he can beat Zhang.
I feel like Zhang's next fight should just be AJ. Like something nice, you know, a little nice little good fight between the two, and Zhang can probably go to a good decision or maybe get to a good KO. You know,
I think Zhang and Wilder should fight the winner of Tyson Usyk. I think that should be the 4 guys right there.
Okay.
So you got...
That's fair. This is our last boxing topic we want to talk about, and it's not... Okay, so we know Fury is fighting Ngannou, and, you know, that's just... But recently, a few days ago, it was announced that Fury and Usyk is signed, and they both put it on their Instagrams, all other social media. It is signed, and some people are saying it's going to happen late 2023 or early 2024. I see it happening early 2024 because Fury's fighting Ngannou in October, and 2 months to get another fight, you know, with all this promotion.
Right.
It could happen.
It's tough.
You know, it can definitely happen because, you know, we see Fury not taking the Ngannou seriously. Literally, you can see it at the weigh-ins. Jesus Christ. I mean, well, not weigh-ins, the face-off. It was, I mean...
It's terrible.
Just put your shirt back on, Fury. It's okay. Please. But, you know,
That's the champion of the world right there.
We can tell that it doesn't look like he's taking the Ngannou seriously.
At all.
Let's just hope he takes this Usyk fight seriously. And with this Usyk fight, I mean, I'm going to go for Fury.
I'm going for Fury. I mean, I'd love to see Usyk beat him. But, I mean, I'm going for Tyson. Just have to.
I mean, yeah, you
but
I
mean,
we have some...
I would love to see Tyson get beat, though.
I mean...
Just saying.
Usyk is going to put up a good fight, you know? I feel like he is going to. You know, he's going to be, really skillful. He's going to, avoid shots, hit him, pop him with some. He might have, a lot of... He might, be, more, throwing more. Because, sometimes in the later rounds of Fury fights, he, just throws a couple. You know, and Usyk, in the AJ fights, was, moving, hitting.
Yeah.
So, I feel like Usyk is going to put a lot of pressure here and there. And is going to, make Fury think about, what to do, and just, because he can't just pop him with a jab, you know. I hope Fury just doesn't, try just the jab method, and then he gets to the KO part, you know. Because with the Ngannou, he's just going to jab him off, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Until the KO.
Yeah.
But, you can't really just pop Usyk with jabs, you know.
Oh, no, there's
you
way
could...
too much movement.
Yeah. You have to, throw more than a jab to, keep him control. You have to, you know... And Fury has been dodging this fight for quite a while, so he does, I feel like he does know the intensity Usyk will bring.
Mm-hmm. And he don't have to worry about that for a while. He can play around in this this fight he has.
I'm glad it's happening.
He can get into training.
Yeah, I'm glad it's happening, and I would love Usyk to win, but I'm going for Fury, you know.
Going for Fury. Oh, before we move on, when we talk about our next topic, do we have a bet if Zhang and Wilder fights then?
Yeah.
Can I get a 5 on that? What do you want to bet on that?
I can do a 5-10,
5-10?
maybe a 20. I'll go. I'm a confident in Wilder. I'll fucking go for that.
All right.
Any other bets we should have made on those topics?
I think we agree on the other ones, don't we?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, I'll bet you on Wilder.
All right.
I mean, we have another.
If it happens.
Yeah, and I don't really know much to talk about Fury and Usyk. I mean, like, compared to what's already been said, like, we can list so much things about this fight, but everyone's already said it. You know, Fury's been ducking Usyk. He's been scared, you know, like, he gave 70-30 to Usyk, and Usyk took it, and he just was, like, avoiding it.
It's the same story. They just dragged us
even
on for so long.
Even with all that, I mean, we're still going to go for Fury, you know? Like, we know Usyk will still, like, put up a great fight, and maybe Fury just can't get him out, and we'll have to go to a decision, which I see kind of a more likely. Maybe he, like, gets Usyk with a good body shot or, right here, you know, on the chin, but,
So you're predicting...
Oh, yeah, predicts,
fight?
I think predicting-wise, I'm going to say decision for Fury.
Decision.
Yeah.
Um...
I'm going to say decision for Fury, yeah. What about you?
I think I'll go...
Late KO.
I think I'll go... UD.
Yeah.
Going UD.
UD. Yeah. I mean, I
think Tyson just kind of keeps him off. And
goes to a decision. Yeah. Alright, guys. So those are all our boxing topics for this episode. And now let's get into the MMA. And we have a lot of good topics. Like, really good. Like, we have more MMA than boxing. But it's because these are, like, the more exciting ones.
Yeah, and this is probably the first time on our podcast that we've actually been excited about the UFC topics.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the first time we've had so many that we're really excited about talking about.
And what better way to open these topics with another bang. And this time it's not about Big Bang Zhang, but it's about Sean O'Malley winning a UFC belt with a flashbang against Aljamain Sterling. Yeah, this fight happened a while ago, but still, like, what the fuck happened? Like, here's the thing. When the fight was getting announced and was everything, I would see polls being like, who you got winning? And I would always pick Sean, and it was always 10% Sean, 90% Sterling. People thought.
I've seen that all the time, yeah.
And, like, I was, like, thinking, okay, I've seen Aljamain a few times with highlights, but I've mainly seen Sean more. Like, I've been following Sean more.
Me too.
And I'm like, man, this is going to be how it is all the time. I'm picking somebody who I know a lot more about compared to somebody who I've only seen highlights here and there. And then they're going to fight. And then that guy who I haven't really done a lot research is going to win. Is going to win. And then I'm going to be like, oh, let me check out this guy. And then I'm going to get more invested and be like, wow, I wish I would have been following him more.
And then it makes you feel like a dumbass for not even
and like
effort in it.
Yeah, I knew like Sterling was the UFC champion, but I mean, I was going to go for O'Malley.
Right.
And fucking I was right. Let's go.
And you ain't going against O'Malley.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You gotta
I love his look. I love his, like, the way, like, he's so entertaining and his fighting style is so cool. Like, he's so funny.
I agree.
So, of course, I was just going to go for my boy O'Malley. And he got the fucking job done. Bit of an early stoppage. I feel like the ref could have gave Sterling the fighter and the champion's chance.
Oh, yes. Refs do a really good job for the most part. It's just...
I feel like they should...
They're at fault for stepping in like too early. You can't just stop these fights all the time. Sometimes a guy can take some punishment and then...
And recover.
Yeah. And then...
And this is the champion we're talking about.
When they're stopping these fights, how much time's left in the round? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So...
And this is
you should have let him.
This is the champion, you know. me personally, I still felt like O'Malley would have got the job done eventually. Because, like, he really hurt Sterling.
But what if he didn't? What if he wasn't able to? You know?
This was the second round.
Sterling wasn't that hurt that they had to stop it right then.
This was the second round. But you know what? I'm still happy for my boy O'Malley. That motherfucker's the new champion now.
And I didn't want Sterling to win anyway. But he does have the right to, like, fight a little.
Motherfucker's got his belt now. And he has all the power in the bantamweight. All the fucking power. Let's go to the next UFC topic. And that will be Jones versus Miocic.
Well,
Jon Jones.
No.
Stipe Miocic. November 11th.
Jon Bones Jones.
Johnny John. Johnny Jim.
Johnson. Johnson.
Nice to meet you, Johnson.
Johnson.
When I meet Jon Jones, I'm like, nice to meet you, Johnson. This is a big fight. Oh my god.
I don't think it's going to be easy for Jones. In this
or Miocic.
I think this is one of the UFC fights I think you want to see.
Jon Jones, who's finally fighting again, you know, who just went up to the heavyweight division and got a belt against Ciryl Gane in the first round, submitted him. Mm-hmm. We have some people saying that Jon can't do this because we have Stipe Miocic, who's an active fighter at this division, who knows this division, who's been through fights in this, a hard hitter too, somebody who cracks. And we have Jon Jones, who's finally, after a long time of not fighting, coming back and, you know, winning against... He did win the belt in the first round, which is insane, but we have someone who's now coming up and who, didn't look good against Ciryl Gane besides the submission, you know? So, who's looked good in his, in the light heavyweight, you know? Looked good there, but we're talking about the heavyweight now.
One of the worst UFC fights I've ever seen in my life.
No. Come on.
Name another one. Name another one that was that bad. That looked that terrible. Name one. Holy crap. That was, the worst. And I like Jon Jones. I don't say I'm a fan. I wouldn't root against him. Anytime he fights, somebody's got to beat him before I would go against him. But, man, come on.
Let's go.
Come on.
Prime. I'm primed up now.
There it is.
And I'm going to be primed up for this fight. But Jones and Miocic, I'm fucking excited as fuck. I'm going for Jones. It's going to be a stupid decision probably. Because like I'm saying, we have Miocic, who's a hard hitter, who's at this division, who knows this division, who's been through fights in this division against Jon Jones, who didn't really fight before the Ciryl Gane fight, and it just went up to this division with a dad bod. You know, because he looked great before when he was at light heavyweight. Then he had to put up all this weight here. So...
He's still in supreme shape, though.
Yeah, of course. I mean, he's in better shape than us.
Yeah.
Of course he is.
Yeah.
But still, it might be stupid, but I'm riding with Jon. And this is what he says his plan is. His plan is to fight Miocic, beat him, retire there, retire at UFC there, go to Ngannou in the PFL, you know, cut him down at the PFL and beat him, and then just fuck around with Tyson Fury and, AJ Wilder, in boxing fights.
He beats Miocic, is that how you say his name? Miocic, sorry.
Stipe Miocic.
Stipe Miocic. He gets Miocic, and then...
Because he wants to retire after Miocic.
If he was to, get that fight, win it, how much Ngannou means to him, I don't know. He goes in, takes him out. There really is nothing left for Jon Jones to do. Jon Jones could retire today, and he's the greatest UFC heavyweight.
If he beats Miocic and just retires and never fights again, he's the greatest.
No doubt.
Yeah. If he beats Ngannou, which is going to be funny, if he has to go all the way to the PFL and track him down just to beat him, he's the best ever, period, in MMA ever.
It's not close.
Go forever. Because, you could say, because, when we're talking about GOAT, it's such a hard thing to, determine, because we have Khabib, or if we're talking about women fighters, we have Amanda Nunes, we have all these other fighters. If we're talking about, like, what's the GOAT, but if he beats both of those or just one of them, like Miocic, he's the best. But, you know, who are you going for, Jones and Miocic?
Until somebody beats Jones, I'm going with Jones. I can't not do that. So
Yeah.
It might be if I take the other guy. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing the guy win. Like, I'm not a huge fan of Jon Jones. I
don't like him outside of the fighting, but when he's fighting,
it doesn't matter what he does outside. If this is what you're watching, this is what you're tuned into. That's
it might be stupid to go for Jones because, like I'm saying, we have Miocic, who's just as hard as a hitter, and who's common with this division. But
he's going to come in confident.
But you know, I'm still going Jones.
Going Jones.
And we have one more big topic. And Dana White also announced this the same week after announcing the Jones and Miocic for November 11th. And this is already a great treat to end the year, but he squeezed in another treat. And that's on December 16th. We have Colby Covington versus Leon Edwards. And I'm just as excited. Because, man, this might also be another stupid pick, but I'm going Colby. Because I've been wanting that motherfucker to get a belt for a long time. Not when he was fighting Kamaru. I was wanting Kamaru to go because, you know, I was rooting for Kamaru. But I've been wanting Colby to get a belt for a long time. And he got the intro one time. But, man, if he could just get a belt, I would be so fucking happy. But it's stupid because we have Leon Edwards. We have Leon Edwards who confidently beat the Kamaru Usman. You know, and Kamaru handled Covington. But I gotta go for Colby. It might be stupid, but I just gotta go for him.
Well, thinking about the fight, like, I don't really like Colby. Never, like,
not even his act.
I don't like his demeanor, attitude. Like, I don't like the whole thing. I know he's a tough guy, but I don't know how you can go against. You going against Rocky? Come on.
I can't doubt Rocky. I know I can't doubt Rocky. We've seen our YouTube short, and this is like the second time in a podcast I've like showed it on screen. We can't, and you guys still haven't clicked on it. I can't doubt Rocky, but I mean it's Colby Covington.
I gotta go for Rocky.
Fair enough.
You know, and it still feels like he's kind of like the underdog. Maybe that's why they call him Rocky. You think more people are for Colby?
I think a lot of people are more for Leon.
You think so?
I think people are for Leon. You know, he is the people's champ now.
I mean, I gotta go with Rocky. I know Colby's your guy. And if Colby wins, like, I'd be happy for you that you'd be excited.
If Leon wins,
you know?
I mean, if Leon wins, he will be my favorite middleweight. No, not middleweight. If he wins, he'll be my favorite welterweight, you know, because he beats Kamaru, my all-time favorite welterweight, and then he beats Colby, the guy who I've been wanting to see get a belt. If he beats Colby, he's my favorite ever. You know, and if he wins, I would be happy for him, you know. He gets another good win.
Yeah.
He gets another good win, but
another good win.
I just got to go for Colby.
Another name on that underneath his name that he's crossed off.
Yeah.
You know?
Here's the thing. I would love to see a Colby finish. We haven't got that since like 2018 with Tyron Woodley. I would love to see it, but you know, I just don't see him finishing Edwards by a knockout, especially, or I don't even see a submission. So I would go for a Colby decision. You know,
you don't even see a submission.
No.
For Colby.
Unless, here's the thing. When Kamaru fought Leon, Leon did great at defending Kamaru's takedowns in the third fight, especially. The second fight, it was like, you know, I mean, he got Edwards to the ground.
Yeah, but Usman was more kind of doing the AJ thing, being a little cautious.
Yeah.
You know.
But with Colby, when Colby and Kamaru fought, it was like a wrestler versus a wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
But I felt like it was more striking than takedowns. You know, it was a lot of striking. So with Colby, you know, he is just a wrestler more. You know, that's really what he is. You know, it's like Kamaru. Kamaru's like a really good wrestler, but in that fight, it was just really just striking. You know, but Colby usually he's just a great wrestler. So maybe because I don't know how many more times Edwards can just keep defending Colby's takedowns. So if Colby can just keep getting Edwards to the ground over and over and over again, might wear him down and then get a submission. That's like if we're talking about finishing wise, that's the best case. He just keeps getting Edwards to the ground, wearing him down, and then gets a submission.
I think the best way to do that is if Colby's, you know, if that's his plan, is you have to be intense with it. You have to keep coming with it. You have to keep trying to get him.
And that's what he is.
Wear him down, wear him down.
His cardio is incredible. Mm-hmm. His cardio is incredible. But realistically, I just see Colby decision.
Colby decision.
What do you see?
I see. I mean, Colby's a kind of a takedown artist, right?
Yeah, wrestler.
So, I mean, I could see Colby getting a submission.
That's like the best. I would love to see that for like for Colby finishing.
Especially if he tires down Edwards and keeps at him, I think he could get a submission off of him.
I would love to see that.
It'll depend on how much they stay up.
Mm-hmm.
The more they stay up, I think Edwards could get him. But yeah. I'll go decision for Edwards.
Okay. Like I would love to see a Colby finish. And the best case is just a submission. But, you know, we are talking about Leon, and I'm just going to say decision. And I would love just to see Colby win a belt. Just like my fucking guy right there. That's my motherfucking guy.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing, you know, that foot go up across whatever side of the face Colby's going to get hit. I mean, I'd love to see it.
Like I'm saying,
head snap back.
If Edwards wins, he's my favorite welterweight. But, you know, I'm just, Colby's just like, he's my fucking guy.
That's your guy.
And this is like a really big fight. So when you have big fights like this, you need undercards that like give us a nice appetizer into the main event.
Mm-hmm.
And with this, we have an appetizer, just one that's announced so far, and that's Tony Ferguson versus Paddy Pimblett. Lose in every scenario, or mainly for Paddy. Lose. It's such a random draw out of a hat, I feel like.
Yeah,
random as fuck.
Yeah.
Like,
but it's good for the card, though.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean,
so
here's the thing. If Paddy loses, people are going to be like, wow, you lost against Tony Ferguson, someone who has been on a 6-fight losing streak, who is old, who is out of his prime, who's on the down train, and then you lose to that. But if Paddy wins, it's like, okay, you beat, same scenario. Okay, you beat an old out of prime Ferguson who's on a 12-fight losing streak. Like you didn't get the good version of him, you know, compared to like Justin Gaethje, Charles Oliveira. You know, Michael Chandler should have been the last fight for Ferguson, honestly. Like that head kick viciously, that should have been the last one. So like, you know, like you just like you didn't get a, like if you win, like, oh, okay, you won against that Ferguson. You didn't get the good version. You didn't get a good version. You got a down spiral. And you know, with
Ferguson, he's damaged goods. Like he's
I would love to see Ferguson.
How much more you get beat up before he's just say I'm done. You know what I mean?
Chael Sonnen said that this should be Tony's last fight, win or lose, and I agree. If he loses, he's 26-10. Put the fuck up. You're on 7-fight losing streak. If he wins, well, good for him. He didn't. He can retire.
And your last fight
was a win. You know,
there you go.
You can.
There's nothing more for you after that.
You can retire on a win and not on a loss. And
because if he was to win, and then for some reason it excites him and he wants to fight more, well, then he's going to go on another 3 or 4 losing streak before like it's done.
And you know, here's the thing. I mean, it's just I would love to see Tony win a fight, but then I'd be a hypocrite because in our last YouTube short, I've been saying that, you know, Tony's out of his prime. He's not having a redemption arc. He's done. He's finished. Bye, toodaloo, mwah, kiss ya. I have to stay true to my word. I mean, I just can't see him beating Paddy. But then again, we have Paddy who just came off a knee ankle surgery thing. You know, he just came out of surgery. Well, that'll perfect his performance anyway. And
Depends on if he came back too early or not.
You know, like Paddy's, they're both entertaining people, like on the mic and even during fighting, they're entertaining as fuck. Mm-hmm. You know, but we have Paddy who, hands down, chin up, gets hit. We saw the Jared Gordon fight, which... Okay.
Yeah.
You didn't win that, but whatever.
Yeah.
I hate saying that, but whatever, or, but okay. I hate when people say that. They go, that's not how it is, but okay. You know, like, it's just so annoying, and, you know, I'm doing it. Like, I've heard it so many times, it's consuming me. They'll be like, that's not how it works, but whatever. If it's whatever, why the fuck say something? So I'm going to backtrack what I said, because I even hated that I said that. You know... Oh, fuck, what was I even saying before that? I was just saying about Paddy's...
Shit up.
Yeah. Oh, about the Jared Gordon.
Yeah.
You didn't win that. So, you know, we have that controversial decision, and then we have the knee surgery, or ankle, and then we have the hands down, chin up. So, there's a way Tony could expose this, maybe, and maybe get us some good shots with that chin, maybe get a good takedown, but we have an old Ferguson versus a young Paddy, you know? But then again, Ferguson's been more active lately. So, like, it's just so hard to determine.
Yeah,
it's hard to...
an ugly fight.
Yeah.
Like an ugly matchup.
They'll be entertaining, don't get me wrong, but it's hard to determine who's going to win because we have all of Paddy's... You know, we have all of Paddy's flaws coming into this, and then we have Tony's flaws coming into this. But realistically, I'm going for Paddy, you know. He's the young...
Well, I'm going for Paddy just because of the character guy that he is. I just kind of like it.
And
I'm tired of the...
I would love to see Tony win.
Thing, you know?
I would love to see Tony win, but I'm being a hypocrite if because he's done. And if he loses, he really should be done because you're 26 and 10.
For me, it would kind of ruin it if he does beat Paddy, though. And then
it's embarrassing for Paddy.
It doesn't matter what Tony does after this fight. Like, you should have already been done. So if he beats Paddy, it just kind of ruins it for Paddy. Yeah. And then the fight's coming up.
Oh, that's bad because then you have that controversial decision, and then you lose into Tony Ferguson.
Yeah.
See, lose for Paddy.
Yeah.
Like if Tony loses, nothing new. You know,
well,
you should retire. You should retire. But if he wins, then he finally gets a win after all this, and he can finally retire after a win.
Will he, though?
He's not. I don't know. So
he's gonna come back and get his head beat in some more.
Realistically, I'll go Paddy.
I'm going Paddy.
I don't know. I'm not even gonna say knockout, submission, decision. Just Paddy. Whatever he has to do to get it done.
I'll say this: I'm going Paddy, but the fight's gonna end in a submission or a knockout. Either way.
Yeah.
But I'm going for Paddy.
So that's all our topics for today.
We covered quite a bit.
Yeah, we did. This is going to be a pain in the ass to edit. Hopefully this green screen has good lighting.
I hope
because
so.
This will, if the lighting is affecting it, it will be AIDS. And yeah, we didn't even mention we have the green screen back. You know.
Which possibly could have AIDS on it, apparently.
You know what I'm going to do? If the green screen ends up working, when you said it'll have AIDS on it, I'm just going to have the word AIDS. Oh, and I have a new computer.
Nice computer.
And we have the Yeti mic.
That Yeti.
I've had it for a while, but we're now finally using it because I finally decided to bring it. So, yeah.
What's incredible is people have been searching for years.
Where is this going?
And on this podcast today, we have finally solved a long mystery. We found the Yeti. Everybody's been looking for Yetis. It's been here the whole time. How are they finding this Yeti out in the woods? You take this out to the woods?
So with all that
Are you filming without me?
So with all that said,
who are you filming with?
This has been the Brothers Fade podcast.
This is some bullshit.
And now it's time for us especially him, to fade out. Jesus Christ. You had me wondering where the hell you were going with that. You go for Yeti? Jesus Christ. God damn.
I know. We found Yeti. Sasquatch.
That's going to be the thumbnail. Yeah, that's going to be the thumbnail. That face.
I don't know how Yetis, what they sound like. That sounds like a goat.